Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
I am Stu.
And I'm Dan from Blindfolded and Led to the Woods.
It's great to be chatting today. Rejecting Obliteration has pushed your sound even further. How pleased are you with the feedback you've been getting from your fans and media?
Yeah, so that album came out a few years ago now, and yeah, it was the first album that we did with Prosthetic Records. Um, so yeah, it's that's been a great album for us, and
Yeah.
we done a whole bunch of touring with it, and it definitely opened up a whole lot of doors, which for a New Zealand band is always a good help.
Okay. So forwarding now up to now, what's going on? Just done a massive tour of Australia, I understand, yeah?
Yeah, I mean we've released one song from the new album, so maybe for the uninitiated, I'm a relatively recent member of the band. The guitarist that I sort of filled in for, replaced, I guess, who did Rejecting Obliteration, who's a great dude who wanted to focus on his family. So I've jumped in to help the boys out, and this is my first release and recording and release with the band. And yeah, we've just released the first single, Compulsion, which was actually uh funnily enough probably my favorite, well, one of my favorites of all of the songs that we've recorded.
Right.
And people seem to really like it. We did a really cool video for it, and the director did a fantastic job. And yeah, it's been great so far. Yeah, we played a few shows in Australia, played a little festival, and show in Melbourne. We did a show back at home just as a bit of a warm up for us, and it's been going great so far. We're really happy with the reception, I think.
Obviously, New Zealand's like, I don't know, can we fit Britain into New Zealand maybe? Or maybe New Zealand's a bit smaller, I'm not sure. So is there a good metal scene in New Zealand? Is it Christchurch is your capital, yeah?
Wellington is our capital, but three of our members are here in Christchurch. Dan
Right,
is in Wellington,
right,
and our drummer actually lives in Australia.
right.
So we're a little bit separated. But the metal scene in New Zealand is cranking, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Tonight in Christchurch, Pig Destroyer is playing, and with a bunch of sick local opening bands. Our friends Vixen Execution opening for that one as well. So yeah, I mean the metal scene in New Zealand is pretty strong, to be honest. The last show that we had an awesome turnout. All of the bands, the quality just keeps getting better and better. And it's much the same in Dan's neck of the woods up north as well.
Expect from your album when it comes out, and is it going to be similar to what you've already released?
Yeah, so I mean, this is probably maybe a slightly funny thing to say, but so the kind of music that Blindfolded play is, I wouldn't necessarily say what I've traditionally listened to. And so while I've always like loved Blindfolded and the boys and the band stuff prior to actually being in the band, the music was a little bit, I suppose, crazy for me. I'm a little bit more basic, I guess you would say. I don't know how
Right.
else to really say it. And then Rejecting Obliteration came out in particular, and I heard it and was absolutely blown away. It was way more melodic. It was way more. It seemed to be like more thought out. The whole production of it sounded really good, and I think the new album is kind of the next evolution in that sound a little bit. So it's definitely got some really beautiful clean sections. It's got some really, really crushingly, insanely heavy riffs, and then there's all these crazy, insane time signatures and fast runs on the guitars, and we've got Cooter on the drums absolutely laying waste to it, and Stace ripping, and Nick doing great. So, like in the main, I think it's just, yeah, like the next step. And Stu below is basically the man responsible for writing the bulk of it. So I'm sure he can extrapolate on what his thoughts were around this next album. But yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I think that this new album is definitely a step up from Rejecting. We spent a lot of time in the production of it, and it was the first album where we really self-produced it. So we weren't under the kind of time restraints that we have been in the previous albums. So we were
Mm.
really able to like dig in. I think in those last albums, they turned out great, but I always felt like I wish I had a bit more time to experiment and push things a little bit further. So to be able to do that with this album we were able to achieve things that we haven't in the past, and that was all sorts of stuff like layering the guitars more than we've ever done, adding more synth than we've ever done. Just a really cool process, and I think the end result is like I think it's definitely exceeded any expectations that we had, and with the addition of Dan and Kuda in the band, everything's just stepped up. So yeah, really proud of it.
Amazing. So yeah, like you, Dan, I'm sort of like traditional heavy metal, my age and everything, and then thrash. I'm a major thrash fan, and I sort of discovered you guys about 4 years ago, just after COVID. I think it was all during COVID still. And I was like, this is different. This is amazing. I mean, I sort of got into a bit of Lorna Shore, which is obviously more extreme. But I sort of like started listening to you, watching some of your videos, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is good. I love it." So it's good to be able to sort of like diversify your metal tastes, I think, and well, any music really. But I mean, I listen to metal and that's it. I don't listen to anything else or a bit of rock. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So your sound does. I mean, who was I talking to? Some guy, some band. Oh, what's he called? Anyway, he was saying like he likes Kool and the Gang. I'm like, well, you fucking what? And then he said, well, it's music, man. It's music. So I was like, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. Not something I would want to listen to.
We're definitely quite an eclectic bunch of music listeners and music performers. Myself, like I've traditionally played softer metal and like more progressive stuff. And I know like Coda is like a huge Chili's fan, and he likes lots of world music and stuff like that. So we are an odd group of dudes, and like that's for me. That was kind of the challenge of okay, I'm a guitarist. I play guitar. I like playing distorted guitars and riffs and stuff. Let's see if I can actually do what it is that Blindfolded do. It's crazy. Like when you see the sheet music, you're just like, how does anyone play this kind of stuff? How do they remember it? But you just get it under your fingers, and that's one of the main, well, not one of the main reasons, but a good reason why I wanted to do it. Exactly as you say, it's just a slightly diverse range. There's shades of grey in metal, as there, or different spectrums of what metal is as well. So I'm looking forward to being part of this part of it now.
Cool. So Dan, I've got to ask you, mate. So what's the reason I'm going to ask is it's like the woke generation hopefully is coming to an end, right? Let's hope the woke end is coming to an end. But with the band's name and that, did your family like your friends like you're in what band? Were you like that, or were they just like?
I mean, it's funny because I think the name really it definitely paints an image, and it is funny when I work in a fairly, I guess you would say, conservative industry in a lot of ways, and while I wouldn't necessarily say that's how I'm persuaded politically or whatever, but at the very least I work at this, and you tell people playing Blindfolded and Led to the Woods, and they go the what? I told someone that recently who shall remain nameless, and they said that sounds like fun. So I mean, it evokes an image lots of different ways for people. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's a great name. It's evocative. People remember it. So ultimately, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. All right. So have you got a tattoo of the band name? Blindfolded. Have you got one? Not yet. No, not yet.
Actually, it's funny you should say that. I was actually speaking with someone today about this, and so I haven't been in the band. I've been in the band about 18 months, and actually, traditionally, I have put a tattoo on my body to do with every band I've ever been in, one way or another. So, I've got to figure out what this band's tattoo would be, because I won't necessarily put Blindfolded and Led to the Woods.
Well, you don't want that on your chest, do you? Really?
Yeah, no. Well, I've got some stuff there anyway. So but I will figure out something. There definitely will be a Blindfolded tattoo at some point. I just have to figure out what it is, because I don't necessarily like doing like a really in your face obvious thing. So we'll figure it out. I got time.
Okay, and I was noticing on your Facebook you got like a insane tour of the USA. I mean, that just looks insane. It's going to be all over, isn't it? Well, if you got hired for that, have you got a posh coach, or you got a minivan? What are you going in?
Certainly not a posh coach.
No.
Yeah, we're going to be in a big old van, old school styles.
Right.
So I think it's going to be definitely interesting. But I think we've got more than enough space.
Right.
And this is our first run of this many shows in a row.
Right.
So it's it's going to be a fairly new experience, and it's our first time in the USA as well.
Hmm.
So most of our biggest listener base is actually in the USA. So
Okay.
it's pretty exciting for us, and it's been a hell of a process to get there. Everything from visas and not getting visas, and then getting visas. It's a real process for musicians to be able to travel these
Yeah.
days. So to get it across the line is no small feat.
That's so cool. And Donald's let you in, so that's a result, yeah.
Well, we haven't gotten through customs yet. I mean, we've got the visas approved, but we've still got to get through customs. So there's no reason why we shouldn't, but you just
No.
never know. So we'll see. We'll see. We're hopeful, Yeah,
Okay. Are there hopes then to get over to Europe?
absolutely. Yeah.
Have you played the UK before?
Nah, I mean, there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of opportunity for us in Europe. And I think in the UK they have like the Tech, is it called Tech Fest or something
That's
like
right,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that would definitely be something that we'd love to play at.
Right.
And just to tour Europe is kind of the next goal after the
Right.
USA.
Yeah.
And hopefully on the back of this new album, we'll be over there.
Well, I mean, it's going to go gold anyway, and you're going to be world superstars, man. So when you are, remember us, yeah? But, of course. If Blindfolded and Led to the Woods were a horror movie, who dies first and who's the final survivor? Have you been asked that question before?
Oh, that's a great question.
That's a new
Wow.
one.
I mean, I think surely, and this is hopefully no one gets offended by this. Surely Stace is the last survivor, right? Our singer, like he's a mountain of a man, and I just feel like he's going to have that slight level of resilience above the rest of us that's gonna make him last. Surely, he might even win.
It's funny you say that because I would have actually thought he might be the first to go, especially if he's wearing slides.
Bro, if he's got his Nike slides on, he might have a little make a mischief of himself as he tries to escape.
And Kuda he's crafty, and he's fast.
Yeah, he's a diminutive dude. Not to be demeaning, but like I sort of see that like he's agile and he's in great shape, and he actually might do pretty well too. I had to think about that. It's funny.
So is he in Australia? Is he Australian then, or is he a New Zealander?
He's an Aussie. Yeah.
Oh, is he an Aussie? Oh, okay, yeah. And you get okay, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. He's the sweetest man on earth. Like he's extremely sweet, and he's very easy come, easy go, but a ball of little positive energy. So he's great. Yeah. I'm a bit of a cynical, pragmatic, what's the word I'm looking for? Cantankerous sort of a guy. So having Kuda's smiley, happy is a great foil for my my shitty moods at times.
Okay. Was there any standout moments or weird fan interactions? Anything really odd happen?
I wouldn't say there was anything too crazy. The festival that we played in Brisbane was amazing, though. It's called Necrosonic, and there was over 30 bands over 3 stages.
Wow!
And over 1,000 people in attendance. And that whole thing was just run so amazingly. Like it was a really, really good time. And we got to see Portal, which is a band that I've wanted to see for a long, long time. It's one of those bands I was like, how am I ever going to see this band? They're so mysterious. So that was a kind of one to tick off the list. I don't know. Did you have anything crazy, Dan?
Well, I had that guy. I did have one guy that, as I was before we were about to play this. Well, a little bit earlier, like maybe an hour before we were supposed to go on. I thought I'd bust to the gents' room and quickly powder my nose and go to the bathroom and stuff. Yeah. And as I'm going to the bathroom, this guy is in front of me. So I sort of go around him, and he deliberately sort of steps in my direction. So then I zig, and I go the other way, and he goes, "You in a fucking hurry or something, mate?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get to the bathroom, mate." And he goes, "Well, what do you need? What you think you can get?" It was getting quite sort of, and I said, "No, I'm just trying to have a piss, mate." And he said, where are you? Are you one of the bands? And I said, yeah. And he goes, oh, which band? And I said, oh, Blindfolded Led to the Woods. And then his whole demeanor changed. He sort of went from being this like
Aggressive,
sort
yeah.
of aggressive asshole to like, oh, sweet, yeah, please go to the bathroom. Cool, I've been looking forward to seeing you guys. And I'm like, all right. So yeah,
Love
that was
it.
quite a humorous one. Quite a humorous one. Yeah, I was
That's,
literally probably about to get smacked in the face for wanting to go to the bathroom until I
yeah,
mentioned the band that I played for, and then it was all fine. So yeah.
love it, love it. I can just imagine that, man. His Australian accent, was a big guy, like
Yeah,
crocodile
he was a
fucking
big
Dundee. Do
dude.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was real. It was real. You know, to sort of borrow a pommy, British thing. He was a bit. He was a bit of you fucking what? And then I'm like, like I'm just trying to go to the bathroom, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, the first obvious one is Nile, Annihilation of the Wicked.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. Secondly, would probably be maybe like Brand New Eyes, Paramore.
All right, okay.
Hell,
as a,
hell
as
yeah.
a, as a
Hell yeah.
curveball.
Hell yeah.
And shit, what else? Man, that's a tough one. I'm just gonna lock in Kill by Cannibal Corpse.
All right, that's different. Yeah, okay.
All right.
And
So
Johnny
I'd
Wood's
probably.
listening to that. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I reckon mine would have to be Sound Awake by Carnival. It would be actually criminal of me not to bring that along. Um, I would probably have to throw. So your Paramore thing is kind of throwing me for a loop, and now I'm sort of thinking like maybe the Mark, Tom, and Travis show by Blink-182, the live album. It's very funny and uplifting. There's a lot of shit talking in it, which I like. There's like 30 tracks at the end where they just they're just saying terrible things to one another. It's great.
Love it.
And then what would the third one be? Man, that's so tough. I want to have some indie hipster answer like a Sam Cooke album or something like that, but I actually think it would be maybe one of my favorite bands. Well, my favorite band of all time is a band called He Is Legend, and they're out of North Carolina from the States, and they have an album called It Hates You, and it's magnificent. So probably that. Sound Awake, It Hates You, and Mark, Tom, and Travis show by Blink.
Great choice. All right, and so now, if you could have a jam session with 3 musicians, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Fuck.
Yeah.
You're throwing them at us now.
I can jump in here, Stu, for a second.
Yeah,
if you,
you can go.
sorry, you go. Yeah, okay. So,
No,
I think
you've got it.
All right. So I think my band would have Jeff Beccaro on drums. I think, and he's dead, but I think Jeff Beccaro on drums would be. That's the move right there. Like, have the grooviest dude on earth. Bass player wise, man, that's a tough one. I might have to think about that. But Jeff Beccaro would certainly be my drums. Guitarist and vocalist or something like that. Now this is probably, and Stu's going to have a little laugh at this one, but probably Paul Masvidal from Cynic. I think that I would have to have him playing guitar and singing for me. And then actually, oh shit. Basically, what I'm playing with is fucking Cynic now. I'm thinking about it because I think Sean Malone on bass from Cynic. Actually, okay, so Sean Malone from Cynic or Joe Lester from Intronaut on bass, who's also another phenomenal, beautiful bassist. So yeah, probably that. I would go me, Paul, Joe Lester from Intronaut, and Jeff Beccaro on drums. That would be crazy.
It's so weird because I think who I'd want to jam with, it would be almost like a one-on-one jam with each person, maybe.
Sure.
If it was like a purely metal band, I think it would be George Calais on drums, hands down, from Nile.
Mm-hmm.
On bass, it would be Alex Webster.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
But my third guy, it would actually be an acoustic jam with Ben Howard.
Good choice.
Oh, okay.
Good choices.
It would be my 3.
That's cool. So 3 essentials each.
Definitely AirPods.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
yeah. That's also mine. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 2 other things. Cuda would be a drummer.
Yeah. And moral support.
AirPods, CUDA, and I mean, seriously, yeah, man, I don't know. Do you have anything, Dan? You got three?
Well, yeah, so I would actually, I mean, you did say toothbrush. I do think that's
Yeah,
actually extremely important. I probably would have to say toothbrush,
yeah,
AirPods, toothbrush, AirPods. I guess let's just say the AirPods have something to listen to with, so let's just take a phone or an iPod out of the equation. Let's just say um, and I mean, for me, it's pretty boring. Spectacles. If I don't have these things, I am absolutely useless. So
yeah.
let's
I'm the
just say
same.
spectacles, toothbrush, AirPods.
Not a feeling. All right. So, three countries you'd love to tour that you've not ever been to, or if you just get in your van tomorrow and go.
Mm.
Japan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Japan for sure.
Yeah, and that's not actually too far away from us.
It's not, is it?
No,
I was thinking
no.
that.
I
Yeah.
think we'll probably get there sooner than later.
Uh-huh. China?
China.
China.
I don't know. I think it would be like Japan. I mean, like, look, obviously not a country, but like Europe, I think in the main would be really
Yeah.
awesome as well. Whether it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, whether you go to places like Sweden and like where they really seem to enjoy a lot of the more extreme levels
They
of
do.
things
Yeah.
or whatever. Japan, and then I mean, honestly, the States is going to be wild. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We've never been there before. I can't. I don't know if it's a dream or not, but it's certainly an aspiration, and I think that'll be awesome. Like, it'll be really cool. It's going to have its highs and its lows, but I think there's going to be some cities that will just pop off and
Totally.
really, 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 really bring it. So probably those three for me.
Okay.
Just
Cheers.
extremely vague.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, I've got two bucket list places that I want to play, and one is Hellfest in France.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want our band to be on there one day.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Wacken in Germany, so that's two festivals, two countries, and then I mean probably the USA. And we're going there, so
Amazing.
we're doing all right.
You're doing well. Yeah, Hellfest in France. I mean, when they have it, it's like high summer over there. But everyone says how amazing it is. And yeah, just got to be done, hasn't it? It really has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the final six now. The torch is nearly over, right? So you sort of answered this already, but the 24-hour road trip, right, in a car with a musician going shotgun with you, who's going to be in your car, dead or alive?
Oh, damn.
I need someone who's going to be good yarns, like someone who's going to talk a lot of shit. So I sort of feel like, I mean, I don't know. This is probably for better or worse, but one of the Gallaghers. Who's the more?
No, Gallagher. No, Liam Gallagher.
No.
No, which one's one of
Yeah,
them?
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah,
the one
Liam,
that you would want to go on a van ride for 24 hours with is that one that I think I would have in the car with me.
Well, to be honest, if he was in my car, we'd fucking blindfold him and lead him to the woods with a shovel, mate. Seriously.
Yeah. I need let's not. It's just the banter. I need the banter.
Right, okay.
I need the banter. Someone that can talk a bit of shit is good for me.
All right. All right.
Man, yeah, that's a really hard one. I'm like going fully blank, but I like one person who I've actually met before, who I think is just a really stand-up dude and would have a lot of great yarns, is George Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse.
Yes.
I was lucky enough to meet him when I was a bit younger,
Right.
and spent a bit of time with them after their show in Christchurch, and yeah, super cool dude, super wholesome. I think that would just be really nice.
Sounds good. That's good answers. All right. So this one, if your personality were a made-up song, what would the title be?
Made up song. Personality.
Man, that's another great one.
So a song that doesn't exist. a new song, a brand
Yeah,
new
like
song.
a new. All right, you can do a song that's been done by someone else or whatever. But yeah, like a new song, like about your personality. Like mine would be caffeine addict. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think mine would be. And I hope actually, hang on, I'm going to actually Google the meaning of this word just so I'm certainly sure that it's correct.
Before you
Yeah.
throw
Okay. So
yourself
it
in the
would be.
deep.
So yeah. Yeah. So I would say my song would be whimsy and mirth.
All right, Wednesday. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Even though I've just said I'm a real dark asshole, like actually I like to laugh and have a silly time. So I
Right.
would say whimsy and mirth would be my move.
I like that. I
Mm.
like that. Yeah. What about
I
you?
think mine would be something along the lines of like um, perseverance and determination. I think
Yeah.
perseverance and determination. Not
That's
a
your
very
next song
song
title
title,
for your next.
but
Yeah. Oh,
No,
that's all right. It's all right. All right.
he's
I
a
like
power.
Whimsy and Murph.
He's a
As well.
power. He's a power metal song.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Okay. So, do you prefer vinyl or digital?
oh well, for me personally, I've never been a vinyl guy. I don't own a vinyl player.
Right.
I do love the idea of being a vinyl collector, but honestly, money's pretty tight these days. So
Right. Yeah.
being a vinyl collector is almost, out of reach sometimes.
Isn't it?
So digital for me. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, the convenience of digital obviously is wonderful, but I am definitely a vinyl appreciator. I have a bit of a collection going.
Hmm.
Mm.
So yeah, and I think, it's awfully hipster to love vinyl, I guess, or to sort of prefer it. But at the same time, I have sought out so many of my favorite albums from like the last 20 years or so on vinyl. And just when you put them on, I don't know, there's just something, I don't know if it's just the sheer pageantry of it all and the pomp and the ceremony
Yeah.
of
Yeah. It is.
deploying your gatefold and removing your vinyl and giving it a wipe down and then
Mhm.
sending it onto the platen and like there's a bit of a ceremony to it which I like, so I'd have to say vinyl.
Great answer. Do you prefer performing at a festival or a small, intimate, sweat-soaked gig?
Man, after Necrosonic, and we have played a few festivals over the years. I do really love the vibe of a festival. But I mean, in saying that, like the craziness of a small venue, yeah, that's a really hard question. I like one thing I love about festivals is that you get exposed to a whole lot of new people, and sometimes they might only be there because they want to see the band after you, and
Yeah, it's
that in
true. But
itself
then they might fall in love with your
is
band. So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I've certainly played a fair amount of both. I think I'm probably more of a 200 people in a small venue kind of a guy. I really enjoy. I don't know. They're different. As Stu said, they're sort of different energies or different crowds, right? Obviously, like not everyone's there to see you at a festival, and so if you pick up the new people, that's great. But I do like there's 200 people in a small room, and they're all getting rowdy, and we're part of that. And you're probably there because we're here, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I like the small intimate shows personally.
Okay. This was another thinker. What one lyric from one of your songs would you want carved on your gravestone?
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
The song Cicada, like that song was pretty special to me when I wrote it, and there was a lot going on in my life, and the lyrics for that song, they do mean quite a lot to me personally. So I mean, it would just be the lyrics to that song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I feel like I haven't been in the band long enough to make a judgment on that call yet. So ask me that question in another year's time. There's some absolutely ripping stuff on the new album, and for fear of like saying anything from it, I'm not going to. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think Stu's answer actually was much better than anything I could give anyway. So yeah, Stu, you,
All right.
you you win that one. You got it.
Okay. And the final one, yeah. If your band had like a mascot, like Eddie out of Iron Maiden or something like that.
What would it be? I mean, honestly, I am a dog guy. I
Oh
love
yeah.
dogs through and through, absolutely. And my dog Nova. It'd probably just be her for me. She's the best.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah, weirdly, I think I'm kind of with Stu on this one. Like, I've got 3 cats, which is a crazy thing for
cats,
it. For an adult man to say, but I've got 3 cats.
Mate, I've got 2.
Yeah,
I've got Tabitha. If you ever see my other interviews, she's always like fucking coming in on the interviews, jumping on my shoulder. I interviewed spies out of America, and she's like all over it. Yeah, so I'm a pussycat man. I love pussy.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's nothing wrong with pussy, dude.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. I think it would be one of the cats, but maybe like a bit of a cartoonish version of it. Sort of a little bit more weathered and haggard. They're a bit regal and beautiful, these cats. So maybe have them look a little bit rattier, and that'll be good.
The death metal version of them.
Yeah, death metal version of Lupin. Yeah, death metal Lupin basically, or death metal Dali. There we go, death metal Dali.
Love it.
But the new single will be out sooner than you think, and the album will be coming out on October 10th. It is called "The Hardest Thing About Being God Is That No One Believes Me." So it's a long title to go with our long band name, and that's coming out through Prosthetic Records and Monarch Heavy, and then obviously our US tour. So that's us for the rest of the year. If Dan has anything to add.
No, I mean, yeah, basically that'll be it. And then I think the plans are early next year we will try and get around our country and maybe Australia, maybe somewhere else. Like, obviously, as Stu has said, we would love to go to Japan and stuff, but obviously you've got to... Yeah, so at this stage, America's our main focus because we've never done anything like this before. So for now, let's just get through America and then we'll see what we can do after that.
All right, man. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting to you both. Is there anything you'd like to say for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
Man, just thank you so much for supporting us, being on the journey with us. Thank you so much for having us as well, Seb. This has been